In professional sports, fortunes can change in a single moment. One bad decision, one surge of emotion, 1 second of lost composure. For Chennedy Carter, that moment wasn't just a foul on a basketball court, it was the trigger that detonated her entire career. Today, we're diving deep into how one of the WNBA's most gifted scorers went from leading her team to being blacklisted from the league, forced to rebuild her life in a foreign land. This is the shocking rise and fall of Chennedy Carter. Chennedy Carter's talent was undeniable. Drafted 4th overall by the Atlanta Dream in 2020, she was a pure scorer, a walking bucket. From her college days at Texas A&M to her WNBA debut, Carter made it clear she could dominate any court she stepped on. But from the start, there were warning signs. Halfway through her sophomore season with the Dream, she was suspended for conduct detrimental to the team. The specifics were murky, but insiders spoke of chemistry issues, volatile behavior, and a lack of accountability. Despite the concerns, the Dream traded her to the Los Angeles Sparks. There, the same patterns repeated. Incredible performances overshadowed by locker room friction. Minutes diminished, trust eroded. Talent alone wasn't enough. Yet when she landed with the Chicago Sky, it seemed like a fresh start. And for a while, it was. June 1st, 2024, Chicago Sky versus Indiana Fever, a tightly contested game. 1 point deciding the final score. Emotions ran high. Stakes were massive. And then it happened. Following a Chicago basket, as players jogged back on defense, Chennedy Carter crossed paths with WNBA sensation Caitlin Clark. What should have been a routine transition became a shocking incident. Carter changed direction sharply, deliberately, and hip-checked Clark to the ground. The contact wasn't incidental. It was targeted, aggressive, and outside the flow of play. The arena gasped. Commentators stumbled over their words. Referees immediately called a foul. Initially, it was ruled common. Upon review, it was upgraded to a flagrant. But if you thought the foul was bad, what Carter did next made it exponentially worse. After the game, Carter was given an opportunity few athletes ever receive, a chance to control the narrative, an apology, a moment of accountability, a chance to show maturity. Instead, when asked about the incident, Carter leaned into a microphone and uttered 7 fatal words. "I ain't answering no Caitlin Clark questions." The damage was immediate and irreparable. Fans recoiled. Teammates questioned her. Executives took note. Meanwhile, Clark handled the situation with poise, brushing it off with maturity beyond her years. Basketball's competitive. Emotions get the best of you. The contrast couldn't have been starker. And just like that, Carter's image went from troubled to untouchable. Behind closed doors, the Chicago Sky were unraveling. Teammates reportedly felt Carter's attitude fractured team chemistry. Front offices around the league quietly blacklisted her. Word spread, Carter was radioactive. No one wanted the risk. Despite being Chicago's leading scorer with a career-best 17.5 points per game, the Sky made the extraordinary decision to let her walk in free agency, receiving nothing in return. Worse, not a single one of the other 11 WNBA teams made her an offer. And when no team would even give her a chance, Carter had to look south. After 120 days of deafening silence in free agency, Carter finally made a move, signing with Adelita de Chihuahua of the Mexican Women's Professional League. The drop in prestige couldn't have been more obvious, from WNBA star to playing overseas just to keep her dream alive. Still, Carter clung to a revisionist narrative. In interviews, she downplayed the hip check as a light tap, likening it to NBA shoves seen nightly. But anyone who saw the footage knew better. And Carter's attempts to rewrite history only made things worse. Months after her WNBA exit, Carter appeared on podcasts attempting to explain her actions. She cited emotions, competitive spirit, and compared her action to NBA roughhousing. But the damage was already done. Executives, fans, and even casual viewers could see the truth. Carter had intentionally initiated dangerous contact, and worse, refused to own it. The timing of her apologies? Suspicious at best. Most saw it as a last-ditch effort to salvage a career already on life support. Yet the Caitlin Clark incident wasn't Carter's only problem. Turn the clock back, and you see a pattern. Atlanta suspended her for conduct detrimental to the team. Los Angeles benched her due to attitude issues. Chicago eventually cut ties despite her stats. In professional sports, culture matters, chemistry matters, and Chennedy Carter's inability to stay composed became her Achilles heel. League culture, especially in women's basketball, emphasizes unity and professionalism. Carter's antics were anathema to that vision. Meanwhile, the player she tried to take down was rewriting history. As Carter packed her bags for Mexico, Caitlin Clark was setting WNBA records. Record-breaking attendance, top-selling jerseys, skyrocketing TV ratings. Clark became the face of the league, not just because of her talent, but because of her character. Resilient, composed, inspirational. The contrast between the two couldn't be more dramatic. One rose by lifting those around her. The other fell by refusing to take responsibility. In today's WNBA, skill without character just won't cut it. Chennedy Carter's downfall wasn't about a lack of ability. It was about a lack of maturity. Her story is a cautionary tale to every young athlete. Talent can open the door, but character keeps you in the room. One reckless decision, one prideful press conference, one refusal to grow. And, just like that, Chennedy Carter's WNBA career is over. Maybe temporarily, maybe forever.